Breaking news in the sports world. About an hour ago, Buffalo Bills player Damar Hamlin released his first statement since going into cardiac arrest. He went into cardiac arrest last Monday during the game against the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, here's part of Hamlin's statement. It reads in part, quote, "When you put real love out into the world, it comes to you 3 times as much. The love has been overwhelming, but I'm thankful for every single person that prayed for me and reached out to me."
What up, everybody? You know what it is. We back in action. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. I hope everybody enjoyed. I definitely enjoyed myself. What's up, my brother? The Genius is in the building with me.
No doubt about it, man. Happy holidays. Happy New Year to everybody, man. Good to be back in the scene. You know what I'm saying? Making shit happen.
Most definitely. Enjoying the holidays, but we are full-time workers outside of here. So this is not only what we do other stuff. So
No doubt.
Really nice to take a break, get re-energized. God bless you, the scholar. We miss you right now. I know you're going through some things in the family. So prayers go out to you and everybody. Prayers out to my sister. And all right, let's jump this off. So as y'all can see, we both Bills fans. So been that way since '89, I believe.
Man, straight out the womb, for real.
So Monday night, T. Higgins catch a normal drag crossing route. Damar comes up. Routine play, routine hit, routine contact. We waiting to come up on second down. Tragedy. Young man, heart stop on the field. Real emotional time for a lot of us. A lot of people say they see nothing like it. I had never seen nothing like it. 21 years I played football. I had never seen a play like that. It just looked real routine and real normalized. You couldn't make heads or tails of it. Damar didn't have his head down. He didn't use improper form. I can't really fault T. Higgins. What offensive player does not try to run over defensive players? It's all part of the game. So
yeah, man. It was a crazy scene. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, it was a normal ass play, normal ass tackle. He just got caught in the chest at the right time. At the right time, you can get hit in the chest and your heart, and you saw what happened, man. You can go down real quick. There was a doctor who, you know what I'm saying, talked about what that actually is and how when you get hit at the right moment in your chest, your heart can stop. You can go into arrest.
This is almost certainly something called commotio cordis, an extremely rare condition that's one of those things that we typically only think we're going to read about in textbooks. Essentially what can happen is if you have a blunt trauma to the chest that occurs at exactly the right time in the cardiac electrical cycle, your heart can be sent into cardiac arrest. As Hamlin comes in here, we can see this square hit to the front of his chest. We see him get back up momentarily before ultimately collapsing back down to the ground and requiring CPR on the field. This is a tracing of our heart's electrical activity. Basically, this is one cycle of the heart squeezing. Starts off with this P wave, which is the electrical activity of the atrium at the top of the heart squeezing, then the QRS complex, which is going to be the ventricles acting, but then the last phase is this T wave, where the ventricle basically depolarizes and kind of resets to get ready for the next cycle. For commotio cordis to happen, you have to suffer this blunt trauma to the chest at exactly the right moment, specifically on this upstroke of the T wave, in order for the heart to then be sent into this arrhythmia and subsequent cardiac arrest.
Now, we saw what transpired throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? Prayers, all kinds of positive feedback given to him and his family during the time, man. You know what I'm saying? The Bills organization stepping up, the Cincinnati Bengals organization stepping up. It was beautiful to see, man. A community, not only a community, worldwide, pouring into him, praying for him. You know what I'm saying? I love to see it, man. I'm glad that this brother is okay. I'm glad that he pulled through, you know what I'm saying, enough to where his mentals are straight, enough to be able to write, enough to be able to Zoom the team and say, I love you boys. I mean, it could have been a real sad situation. The homie could have lost his life. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the Bills training staff, the Bengals training staff for performing CPR and handling business like they need to handle business to save that man's life, man. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, Damar is a good dude.
Real good dude.
Good
Real
people.
good dude. You know, and you wouldn't see an outpour and probably not emotional reaction if he wasn't such a good kid, you know, and he wasn't such a good dude, and a pure-hearted player, as most of us seen. And, you know, shout out to everybody who donated to his organization and really donated to his family with food. A lot of class act gestures made by a lot of organizations in the NFL. So what's going to happen afterwards?
I mean, well, for him,
that's what I mean. What's going to happen for him afterwards? Because he's a 6th-round pick. He's only been in the league 2 years. You have to be in the league 4 years, at least to qualify for a pension. Who's going to take care of these doctor bills? Or is he left? His salary is $185,000 or a game or something like that. So, you know, it's hard for me to say. I'm so happy he pulled through, but like, how is the NFL going to handle what is this going to be a medical issue for the rest of his life? Who's going to pay for those bills? You know, in the new collective bargaining agreement, the pension a month was like $22,000 or $22,500 or something like that. The new agreement is like $4,000 a month. You're not even eligible to get it till you're 55. So he's 24. So what's the next 30 years look like for Damar?
Right.
I understand the next 30 days, you know what I mean, could look good if he pulls through. But what's the next 30 years look like if he's no longer able to play a sport that he loves and something that he wants to do? How does the NFL take care of him and his family in the future going forward? So that's what I'm more interested to see now that things are moving and headed in a more positive direction. How's the NFL going to handle this situation that is unprecedented?
Yeah, man, I hope they take a good, long, and hard look at what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? With the retirement players, with the players who may not make it to that 4-year mark, that 5-year mark, to be able to collect on that insurance. You know, they need to be. I think that as soon as you step foot in the NFL, you signed on insurance off the rip, right? Medical, whatever it is, off the rip, not 4 years, 10 years, 5 years, 10 years. No, man, because this game right here is a violent game. And like they say, I think one of the cats said on the sticker on the helmet, it could result in death. We almost saw it. Thank God we didn't. But it's a real game, and these cats need to be getting paid guaranteed dollars. I'm talking across the board, everybody, not just the Josh Allens or the high-end quarterbacks. Everybody, man, take care of these players, man. You know, so that's what I hope. I hope the brother can play again. It looks like he's on his path to play again. I hope that he can. But like you said, Money, what does it look like 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, 30 years down the line? You know, NFL, we're just saying, do the right thing. Take care of the cats that make you bank billions on top of billions. You know, that's what we want to see. Take care of these players, man.
And, you know, my thing is pensions should start as soon as Hall of Fame eligibility start. Right? You eligible for the Hall of Fame within 5 years, 5 years of retirement, you should be eligible to start collecting on your pension. Because NFL career is very short. It's very violent. We already see so many head injuries coming out from it. And those that we just don't even know or don't even hear about because they don't get checked for CTE. So I just think that in light of everything, we need to go back and really, because we all love the NFL. We all love football. We do. You know, we can talk about a lot of games, but that is America's game. You know what I mean? That's America's sport. We all love it. We tune in Sundays, on Thursday nights, on Monday nights, a Saturday game. If it's NFL on, anybody could be playing and we all be watching.
Facts.
Because it's something on the line for that primetime game or that fantasy sport or this or that gambling, whatever you watch it for. We are all huge fans of the game. I would just like to see it cleaned up because we as a people, I mean, Black people represent the game. You know what I mean? Our percentages represent the game. And I'm not just talking about like star players, but I'm talking about like when you go down the roster and you look at the 46th and 47th and the 38th and the 35th man, those roster fillers are us. You understand what I'm saying? Those gunners, those people that run down and put their body on the line. You know what I mean? Now put their body in situations. You know what I mean? Those guys on the practice squad, the 60th man on the roster, the 70th man on the roster, those guys, not just the star quarterback, but I mean, those players at the bottom of the roster who get paid the least amount need to be taken care of in the long run because they put their body on the line just as much as the number one man on the roster.
You know, hey, you know, now we got to get into this playoff situation. You know, things are messed up now. You know, no fault to anybody. You know, the Buffalo Bills did the right thing, man. Coach McDermott, who should be the coach of the year. Let's just call it what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? We ain't never seen nothing like that. He should be the coach of the year. But now the playoffs is kind of scrambled.
I mean, just if we're gonna say McDermott the coach of the year, look at Luke Knox from the summertime. Look at everything that the Bills have gone through the whole year, you know. So this is just it's just like definitely I agree with that, you know, statement. A lot of good coaches, a lot of great teams out there. Shout out to Cincinnati because we were in Cincinnati and Zach Taylor and those boys over there, you know, they handled it with a lot of class. They self in Cincinnati. So and to the fans in Cincinnati, who, you know, can be ill sometimes, handle the situation with a lot of class. So yeah, this playoff situation is ill. I don't really know how much I agree with it. They got a plan in place.
You know what? At this point, strap up and let's ride, man. You know, it's gonna be hard no matter what. If you're playing at home or if you're playing away or if it's neutral site, you know, would we like to play at home? You know, I know the Chiefs play later on tonight.
I don't know if we want to play at home.
Yeah.
You know, for me, like, well, yes, Buffalo is great, you know, crowd and everything. But what happened when it's 10 inches of snow and the game get moved around, or winds is 50 miles an hour and our office get grounded? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't mind going to Kansas City. We've beat Kansas City 2 out of 3 times in Kansas City. Last year in the regular season, this year in the regular season, and we was 13 seconds away from beating them last year in the playoffs in the regular season. Now, I feel good about playing Kansas City at home no matter where I play them at.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I did see from Cincinnati in that game in the first 6 minutes? How hard they were playing.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, can you play this hard for 60 minutes? I was wondering how long they would be able to put their foot on the gas like that because they were playing with a level of intensity that I'm like, bruh.
Oh,
this is a month later.
Oh, yeah. They were juiced up. You know, quite naturally, I understand, you know, you playing for the number 1 seed yourself, possibly. And so they wanted to make their case known. Hey, we a good ass team too. We were in the Super Bowl. So that matchup was highly anticipated. Everybody was keyed up for it. We got the great Josh Allen, the great, you know what I'm saying, Joe Cool. Everybody wanted to see it. We might see it again. I think we will see it again, possibly in the divisional round or the AFC Championship game. No matter what, let's just get that shit done. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get the shit done. I believe it's our year. Let's hoist up that trophy for real.
For real. I feel it. So yeah, we just gonna leave it at that. We could talk a little bit of playoffs next week when we get the seedings and we get the numbers and we really know more. We'll sit down and dive in.
No doubt.
I really do not want to take away from Damar right now, so we're just gonna leave it there. Bills Mafia. Genius, you got anything else on this, man? I'm about to wrap it up. If you got anything else,
yeah, man, I'm just happy that the brother's good, man. That's all that we wanted to hear was the brother was solid. The brother was good. He's in his right mind. And you know what? Prayers to you and your family. That's it.
Shout out to Damar Hamlin, man. Just being a true champion, honestly. God bless him and his family. Thank you for watching this episode of ConsciousByNature. We out.
Fight on, my men, Sir Andrew said. A little I'm hurt, but not yet slain. I'll just lie down and bleed a while. Then I'll rise and fight again.